What's going on, guys? It is Will here, back again, once again, for the 10th episode. Can't believe it's already 10. It's kind of going by fast.
Wow.
10th episode of the Raider Nation Today podcast. Today for my drink, I got some orange juice. So I've been complaining about my throat the last couple episodes. I've been a little bit sleepy. Well, hopefully the OJ helps with that. But regardless, we got Joey here. We're going to talk about the game this weekend with the Raiders. The Cincinnati Bengals are going against the Raiders. I believe it's in Allegiant Stadium. They got another home game. Yep. So back-to-back home games. Let's hope they can bounce back after last week's embarrassing loss. And next week, the Raiders are playing on Thanksgiving. So I think what we're going to do is probably just do one episode on Wednesday and just make it both. Like we're going to do the post game for the Bengals game plus the Cowboys game. That's probably what we're going to do. So it's going to be like one big episode. And then on Friday, we should still be able to do the Cowboys post game. If not, we'll do it the week after. It's a little bit confusing, but just stay tuned for the episode on Wednesday to be a lot more filled with content, and a lot bigger. But today's episode, we're going to talk about what we usually do. We just talk about keys for the Raiders to win, some key injuries for the Raiders, some for the Bengals, I believe. And that's that. So let's get right into it. So for this game, you got the Raiders and the Bengals. It's going to be at 4:05 EST. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be about 1 o'clock. So it's a later game for us. Notes. So it's kind of weird that at one point a couple weeks ago, both of these teams were first in their division, but now they are not. They are both third, and they are desperate for a win. The Raiders are looking to still be alive. Both of them are still alive in their division races, but more than likely they're fighting for a wild card spot. The Raiders are coming off of a blowout loss to the Chiefs, and the Bengals are too, but they did have a bye week last week. But when they last played, they also got blown out by the Browns 41-16. So, Joey, what is your quick thoughts on just the overall, story, the tale of the tape for this game? What do you think about it?
Yeah, so, obviously they both had bye weeks, but, the Raiders, they lost to the Giants, and then they lost to the Chiefs, 2 straight losses. And then the Bengals, like you said, lost to the Browns. And they had a really bad game against the Jets, which I think that loss against the Jets kind of started to have a downward trend in how they're playing. And so they're both looking for that bounce back win, if you will. So they're both want to get back in that playoff race, and they're both desperately looking for a win. So this is going to be a very, very competitive game. Both teams, like you said, still in the playoff race. So I think it's going to be very, very close, considering how hungry and how desperate both teams are. But they're like you said, they're both were first place in division. Now they're third place. They both have the same record. So I think this is a very, very good matchup.
Right on. So we're going to go over the 5 keys, like I said, for the Raiders to win. I had a little bit of a stutter. Go over some injuries and quickly some news. Not a lot, but we got some. So we'll just alternate here. I'll go first and Joey will go next. So 5 keys for the Raiders to win. Make adjustments on the defense. Last episode, we talked about what the Raiders did wrong with the Chiefs. And mainly it was Travis Kelce, and Jonathan Abram was on Travis Kelce most of the game. And that can't happen. A player for the Chiefs or the Bengals, my bad, their biggest threat is going to be Jamar Chase, the rookie receiver from LSU. So I expect Casey Hayward to be on Jamar Chase. But if for whatever reason, if Casey Hayward's getting dusted, which is a possibility because Jamar Chase went against Marlon Humphrey, who is like a Pro Bowl corner for the Ravens, and he absolutely embarrassed him. So if that does happen with Casey Hayward, I expect them to make an adjustment at least. Put Nate Hobbs on him. Put Trayvon Mullen, he'll be back. Put Trayvon Mowerg, somebody on him if someone's getting burned. And that's not just with Jamar Chase. That's with anybody. If your guy is getting burning you consistently, make the switch. You can't have Jonathan Abram guard these guys that are just going to keep on dusting him. Put him in the box more.
Like Roddy Rich.
Yeah, like Roddy Rich.
But no, I totally agree with you. When there's a breakout player, especially like Travis Kelce, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not working, you got to make some kind of adjustment because literally, what's the worst that can happen? He's getting beat every single play. He's getting scored 2 touchdowns. I forgot how many yards he had, but when you're giving up that many plays and that many touchdowns, you got to do something, So that's a very, very